Hello and welcome to Business Ethics. My name is Robert Steinbauer and today we learn about ethical theories. Now you may wonder, why do we have to learn about ethical theories when we study business ethics? Well, ethical theories tell us what is right and what is wrong. While this sounds super easy, it actually is not that easy. For thousands of years, philosophers have been debating this topic, and even today, there's no agreement on what is ethical and which theory is correct. So now you probably wonder even more, why do I even bother studying ethics if the theories we learn do not provide us with any clear answers? Well, ethical theories do help us to better understand our own decisions. And in addition, they also help us to understand other people's decisions. Because believe it or not, what you think is ethical might be seen by others as unethical. And of course, vice versa. Quick example. Do you think it is ethical to kill, let's say, a mosquito? Most people that I know would argue, of course, mosquitoes, they are horrible. They transmit diseases and they do not contribute much, if anything at all, to the ecosystem. And most importantly, they are annoying. What about flies? They can be annoying too. Have you ever had a fly over your lunch? Maybe you can kill flies too. What about butterflies? Maybe not. Who will kill butterflies? They must be crucial people. But the question goes on and on. Is it okay to eat snakes, rabbits, cats, dogs, cows, horses? Even though these examples are very simple, most people have not put much thought about it. And they are unaware or unable to explain why they draw a line between two similar insects, a fly and a butterfly, or two animals like a horse and a cow. When we look in the business world, things are getting even more complicated. Here, for example, we have Mark Landis. For decades, Mark Landis donated art to museums and galleries across the United States. He was known as a wealthy collector but the pictures were all fakes. And he knew they were fakes because he created them himself. But he was never prosecuted because he didn't take any payment, and because of that he didn't break any laws. He said, it obviously isn't a crime to give a picture to a museum, and they treated me like royalty. So one thing led to another, and I kept doing it for 30 years. Here we see some pictures of Mark's art. As an art enthusiast myself, I can easily distinguish between the real and the fake painting. Like, come on, that blue is so gray, can't even look at it. And the watercolors are way too watery, especially underwater, right? Come on. No, just joking. I honestly have no idea which painting is the real and which one is the fake. And since Mark did this for 30 years, I think it's safe to say that the majority of museum visitors wouldn't be able to detect the fake ones either. So where's the harm? Why is it wrong? The question arises even more so since Mark Landis only replicated paintings that are hidden in private collections that are closed to the public. So you would never be able to actually see this if it weren't for Mark Landis. Again, he was not charged with any crime, and the only reason he was caught in the end was because he was too generous and not that smart, because he donated the same painting twice. While some people may argue that Mark's actions are ethical, because in the end, he helped people to access important art. And there was really no harm to anybody. Others may argue that there was harm, that it did hurt museums, visitors, collectors, and artists. And then there are other people who may reason that the result really doesn't matter whether somebody got hurt or didn't get hurt or benefited. At the end of the day, giving away fake paintings is wrong, period. So why do people agree or disagree on what is right or wrong? Well, on this slide, we can see that at the highest level, the human experience is shaped by people's environment. And that environment includes religion, geography, nationality, culture, community, and family. These experiences not only directly shape our understanding of what is right or wrong, ethical or unethical, but also influence social aspects such as laws, regulations, industry, and professional code of ethics. Again, the social aspects directly influence what we perceive as right or wrong. But not only that, they also further influence the local context within organizations and other locations. While many individuals share similar experiences, in the end, every person has been affected by the environment differently. And because of that, they may arrive at unique conclusions. But again, this raises the question, who is right and who is wrong? It can't be that everybody's right or nobody's right. Philosophers developed different ethical theories that are normative in nature and prescribe how to act in a given situation. These ethical theories tell us what the right thing is. But the problem is that these ethical theories not always complement each other, but sometimes they collide with one another, depending on the situation. So different ethical theories use different criteria and thus give different and occasionally contradictory solutions to ethical problems. The following ethical theories that we will discuss are prescriptive and normative in nature. They tell us what is ethical and what is unethical, and subsequently how rational human beings should act. Since this is a business ethics course and not strictly an ethics class, we will only touch on the most important aspects of the three major ethical theories. The reading in the syllabus, White and Taft 2004, is an excellent resource, and I do expect you to actually read the whole article. If you think this is not enough, and if you're interested in more details, good for you. There are hundreds, if not thousands of books available on each of the ethical theories that we discussed and on more ethical theories. However, going into too much detail will exceed the scope of this class.